Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of the FPS tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to make your camera rotate. So we're going to start by creating a C# script. We're going to call it camera move. I'm going to drag that over to our body. Well, to our character, not the body. Make sure it went on. We're going to open it up. We're going to delete everything in here. And then we're going to start by creating a public float. We're going to call it rotate speed. We're going to set it to 0.5 f. Next, we're going to create two private floats, whose purposes I'll explain later, but we're going to call it rotate and rotate 2. And the last thing we need is we're going to need our camera's eyes. So we're going to create a start. We're going to get our eyes, find the game object we want, which is our eyes, and we're going to get the camera component from it. Next, we're going to create our update function, and we're going to create a method. We're going to call that method camera movement, and then we're going to actually create the camera movement. So in our camera movement, we're going to declare two floats, similar to how we did with the movement. We're going to call this one move x, input, getaxis. But instead of horizontal, we actually want the axis of our mouse. So we go mouse x. And for the second one, we actually want our y instead of our z. So we're going to call it move z. And you can take a guess how we're going to get the mouse's y. Make sure everything's spelled right. Next, we're going to take those two variables. So the first rotate is actually going to control how we move along the y-axis. So we're going to take our rotate speed, and we're going to times it by move x. And then we're going to take our second rotate, which is going to control how we move along the x-axis with the mouse. We're actually going to minus it for the rotate speed. Times move y. Once we have that, we're almost finished. We're just going to take our transformation.euler, and we're going to set that vector to be a 3 with the 0.f. We want our first rotate 0.f. Now we also want the camera itself to move. So that's where our eyes come in. We're going to go transform dot its Euler angles. But this one, we want the second rotate, the first rotate, if I know how to spell. And then we want 0.f, since we don't want to touch the z-axis at all. We save that, go back to Unity. We hit play. You can see that the camera's rotating. We move, our little guy moves with us. If I increase the speed, let's make it fast to 10. Well then, there you have it. Now, a fun little trick you can do to make sure the camera doesn't go too crazy. We're going to go back into script. Is you can actually clamp the distance that it rotates. So if we set our first to rotate, you're going to use math F dot clamp. You want to clamp it. So we're going to go rotate. We don't want it to go past negative 180F, positive 180F. And then we're going to set the second rotate. Add F, that clamp, rotate 2, minus 30F, 30F. Save that, go back in. We hit our play. Now we can't look all the way up and all the way down. Actually, if we speed that up so you can see it more clear. It's only so far up and so far down we can go, but we can still look all the way around. So you can play around with the rotate speed until you have one that you feel with, but other than that, that's the video. So next video, we'll talk about health bar and actually getting started with the rest of the systems we need. Save, and then till next time, guys.